Alright guys, welcome into Brandog Sports, and today I'm going to be previewing the Longhorns' last two road game of the season against the 6-2 Iowa State Hawkeyes. This game shouldn't be close, but unfortunately, it probably will. With all that being said, I'm going to be giving 3 keys for the Longhorns in this game, so let's get right into it. Alright, the first key I have for the Longhorns in this game is to make Iowa State run the ball. This key isn't very much about Iowa State at all. It is more about our defense getting picked apart by bad quarterbacks all year, especially in the second half of games. Unfortunately, at this point, PK isn't going to change the scheme, so yes, we will still be improving on the first drive of the game. But we have to find some way to get pressure with the 3 or 4 man rush so that our secondary isn't getting picked apart, and eventually it forces them to beat us on the ground, where Iowa State has been pretty weak all season. If we can do this, I don't see us getting beat in the trenches because we have the best interior defensive line in the country, starting with T'Vondre Sweat and Byron Murphy, who I expect big games from. Alright, the second key I have for the Longhorns in this game, which is arguably the most important, is to see aggressive play calling from Sark for all 4 quarters. If y'all follow me on Instagram at Brandog Sports, y'all would know that I've been begging for Sark to actually show us his model, all gas, no brakes, for once. Ever since he got here, we have struggled blowing big leads. And I know this is not an execution issue because I've seen it happen with 3 different quarterbacks. 4 if you include Malik Murphy. But think about this. You're Quinn Ewers and it's 3rd and 5 and you're up multiple scores. And Sark decides to call a run. What does that tell you as a quarterback and even a team as a whole? It tells you that we are getting conservative and it's okay to take your foot off the brakes. This is a weak mindset to have, and it kills your team. I'm tired of hearing Sark say all gas, no brakes. It's time for him to show it. This needs to happen for the team, and it also needs to happen so the committee realizes what this Texas team is actually about, and that's winning a national championship. If we get aggressive play calling from Sark, similar to the Alabama game, there is no chance this game is even close. Alright, my third and final key for the Longhorns in this game is the ability to run the ball. As most of y'all already know, just last week we lost Jonathan Brooks to a season-ending torn ACL. Because of that, the running game is going to look a little bit different this week. We will be seeing a lot of Cedric Baxter, and I would assume Jaden Blue as his backup. However, I would also expect to see a lot of Wildcat with Savion Red and Keelan Robinson because we know Sark loves that package, especially in short yardage situations. I'm very interested to see if Sark still trusts this run game or if he will rely on Quinn Ewers more heading forward. But either way, to get to where we want to go, we're going to have to be able to run the ball well, and it starts in this game. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to read y'all what I believe is a key stat for this game, and then give my final score prediction. So y'all have heard that 2 out of my 3 keys involve running the ball. So obviously, I believe that this game is going to be won or lost in the trenches where most games are. But the stat that stood out to me most was that Iowa State has only run the ball for a total of 1,292 yards combined all year, with their leading running back running the ball for a total of only 467 yards. Just Jonathan Brooks alone has run for 1,139 yards this season. And yes, I know he's out, but even Cedric Baxter, who's been our backup, has run for 400, which is only 60 yards short of Iowa State's lead back. And the Longhorns as a team have run for 1,835 yards, which is about 600 yards more than Iowa State. Knowing those stats, there's no way anyone can pick Iowa State to beat us tomorrow. However, I still don't trust Sark to blow out a team, so I think we'll make it interesting, but Texas will win by a final score of 34-27. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time on Brandog Sports. Hook 'em.